Welcome to Toffee TV. We're here to preview Everton's big, huge, massive Capital Milk Cup semi-final, second leg. And there it is. There's the trophy that all the men want. It is the second leg at the Etihad Stadium. And I am terrified. I must admit, this is going to be probably the most nerve-wracking 90 minutes, if not 120 minutes of the season. But my thought is we're either going to sneak through or we're going to get beat 8-0.
8-0.
One or the other, I'm thinking.
I quite fancy us for this.
You sound really confident, Matt, if I'm honest.
You convinced me, Matthew.
You're bubbling through there.
We're going to go through, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, here we go.
Get the popcorn.
No, but we mentioned on the final word how when this Everton team is just focused on defending and trying to defend the lead, they can be solid and they can counter-attack well. And there's been times this season where we've done that in games. Obviously, we went there the other week, rode our luck a little bit. But this time, Cup semi-final, I think it'll mean a lot more to us than it will to them. I think we'll have a lot of fans there, obviously. I expect us to be cohesive. Tackling's going to be a lot better, more tenacious off the ball. And you're not convinced.
Lost me. You've
You're
just
not
lost me,
convinced.
mate. You've just lost me.
Do you not think?
No, one word.
I'm going to say.
One word.
Tenacious.
One word. Mo Besic.
That's two, isn't it?
There you
I was
go.
going to say, have you got an invite down to Finch Farm? Is this what you're going to implement?
I'm going up there, though.
Is this what you're going to implement into our side?
No, I just when tenacious,
Do you think McCarthy will come back
Yeah,
in?
100%.
but he won't be 100%.
Nobody will play.
But I still don't think he can do the job on Tory that Mo Besic did. Mo Besic roughed Tory up. He made a laugh and stock of him. He just buzzed off him.
He's got to do it. He's been
He
shown.
hasn't got it in
He's
him.
been shown the way how to do
He hasn't got the snideness in him. He has not got the snideness in him. What Mo Besic's got. It's like the Force. Mo Besic has got it. McCarthy's like a poor man's Han Solo. I'm telling you.
McCarthy's tattoos.
Mo Besic is like that.
Mo Besic has got like proper tattoos done by fellas with they don't even like.
They done them in glass.
You know when he don't even rub,
Yeah.
they do that
They done them in
rub.
glass
They don't
as
even
well.
do the rub with Besic.
Like those Samoan ones.
Yeah,
just
he just
common
do
in,
that.
don't they?
Where
But come on,
McCarthy's got the ones you get in like it with a chewy. You just put it on and rub it and it's stick it.
ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
and just take it
So
off.
go on, Matt. Continue.
I think if we can go there, we can stay solid and hit them on the counter attack. And it just feels though, if we play a team which has got industry in it, I think Aaron Lennon will come in for this one, get up and down that right-hand side. We've got players in the team who can put the shift in, energy, close their players
Hang on,
down.
who's going to play down the left-hand side?
Tom Cleverley,
Who's going to play centre midfield then?
McCarthy and Barry.
Okay.
God, get taking the task here.
I want clarification on how we're going to win. I'm writing all this down.
I think we'll draw. I think we'll get a draw. I think we'll nick one on the break and they'll score as well. But I feel as though we can do it. I feel like it's going to mean a lot more to this is our season, isn't it now? Because we're not going to finish in the top four. Probably not going to get relegated. This is it. This is the biggest game of our season. Whereas Manchester City, they've got the title, FA Cup, Champions League as well.
But Baz, does that really translate though? Will players walk out there, Man City players, and go, "Not really bothered about this"?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not in front of their own fans. And they'd be right off for it. I think they feel aggrieved that they didn't get a couple of penalty decisions against us over the last couple of games. I had fans have been on our thing this week when we were doing the Swansea preview, going on about the Man City non-penalty and things
Well,
like
even
that.
last week, they were like buzzing off the fact that Chelsea scored the offside goal.
So I think they will want to tonk us. I think you're right. I think there's areas of that which Everton can do. Like to bring in the likes of Lennon in, he'll give us that little bit of insurance on the right. I think, like you, I think McCarthy will come straight into the side. If he can walk, he'll play. I think he'll play alongside Barry. And Barkley will have to play a little bit deeper, but open to try and join in. I think Cleverley will be wide left. And Everton will go and try and stay contained. But I don't know where, considering how bad Sunday was, I don't know how you get that. If Coleman had wrapped that one in late on Sunday, okay, it would have only still been a draw, but the whistle went, didn't it? So it would have been the last action. You'd have walked out the ground feeling a bit like, all right, well, we scored the last goal, at least we didn't get beat. You know, you wouldn't have been made up, but you would have been a bit more, right, it's all about Wednesday now, where everyone's so deflated. And I know the crowd will be up, the crowd will be unbelievable. Our fans, 9,000 of them or whatever it is, will be unbelievable. But these are a good side, and I thought we rode our luck a bit, obviously, in the league game. I just think not having Besic will be big. It'll be big for us because he's been so good over the last few weeks. Obviously, Morales done well and is out. He's obviously going to be out. You know, Lukaku somehow got to get a little bit of form back again. He's been poor the last 3 games. He's got to get something back. But the flip side of that is these always give you chances. City, you will always get chances.
Well, they showed that on Saturday, didn't they?
And so we've got to make sure that we're capable of taking them chances. When he come along, we've got to be clinical. And we can be. Yeah. But it's going to be a mammoth, kind of a mammoth effort. And obviously, Tuesday, you know, Liverpool-Stoke Tuesday, the outcome of that, you know, if Stoke were to win, then that carrot is massively there for us, isn't it? To actually not have the Devils at Wembley in the final.
I think mentally as well, we should be... I know what you mean about the game and Alvarez and all that, but we've played these twice and we've not lost either game. We've held our own in both matches.
Should have that bit of confidence,
we've held our own in both matches and we've been so much better away from home this season than at home.
If this was Moyes' team, right, I guarantee you there will be a reaction from Sunday. They'd come out firing, rapping into people. And it's what we're saying about Roberto Martinez. I want to see a reaction. I want to see this team come out like they've been bollocked, like they've been destroyed in that dressing room, come out firing. Like that, if 9,000 people who've spent X amount of pounds to go there, took days off work, made the journey down there and are ready to sing their hearts out for however long the game goes on, the least those players can do is run through brick walls for us. And at the moment, I don't think we are running through brick walls. And that's me fear. What I mean,
definitely.
You've heard us too. Well, yeah, but what's your at this moment? What's your view? Obviously, you'll be like me. Come Wednesday night, you'll think we'll all. Well,
I don't think I think again, some of professional footballers, the last game shouldn't matter. That should just be gone, one game at a time. That's the way we're told it all works. It's going to be centre back. It's going to be an interesting one for me. Who does he go for at centre back? I mean, the obvious thing is to go with Stones and Jags, but. And I'm pretty sure he will go with Stones and Jags just because he's not. But then again, you look at it and think, is this a game where you just need that little bit of extra fight and desire? And Noah as well. Murray's one of our only players who's won trophies, whether it be in different countries, continents, whatever. And he's a player.
Don't forget, he's a threat in their box.
Yeah,
exactly, from set pieces and stuff like that. We've seen, you know, with a
what about would you go with Stones at right back again? I think I would. I think I'd throw Coleman back on the bench. Swear Oviedo.
Why didn't you do that on Saturday?
Apart from that,
but I just think because if he has rested Jagielka, throw him and because I think him and Murray will throw themselves in front of it like they done in the league. They'll throw themselves in front of everything. You know, I think Jags on that. You know, Stones right. You can just tell him if he wants to go marauding up the line, let him. At least he's still going to have 2 centre halves capable of getting blocks on things.
I think our biggest problem is that you just said they will get chances, and we probably will get chances, but it's how we go into the game, isn't it? Are we going to be like we were in the last game and almost sit back and let them attack and try and break out, or are we going to be thinking, right, we need to go and get a goal here? I think that first 20 minutes is going to be huge because you can imagine they're going to be like, let's get out there and get a goal and just even get a couple early. That's what their mindset will be. Try and get the game finished. And I'm sure that City are quite cocky now and the fans have become quite cocky and that's what they'll be expecting. So for me, it is all down to that first 20 minutes. If we can get through that, quieten them down like we've done in both games, then that'll be a big thing. Yeah. There'll be chances, but it's, again, will we be pushing for more chances when some of the players might be thinking to themselves, no, we need to hold back here a little bit.
Rom's got to gamble more for me. He didn't gamble enough on Sunday. I mean, if Delafeu plays, I think he might go for Lennon because he might want to be a bit more solidity. But if you're playing, if you're up front and you've got Gerard Delafeu out wide, just run into that 6-yard box. Don't hang back. Why Lukaku against Swansea 3 times hung back? I'll never know because Delafeu always aims to go in front. To be fair though,
that partnership has worked hell of a lot more times than it hasn't worked.
But why does? And what I'm saying to you is, watch the game, watch the chances again. Every time it's wide with Jerry, Ron just like stands still. Whereas if he just gambled, he'd have tap-ins a yard out. If I was a centre forward when I played up front, at any level, I'd get just as many goals a yard from the line as what I would beating a man and curling it in the edge of the box. So he should be looking for that. Just run when Delafeu's got it. Just charge into that 6-yard box. Because he puts it in front of defenders. They can't do nothing with it. They can't do nothing with it, and he would literally have tap-ins every time. I don't understand why he's put the
I
brakes.
don't know. I think that just might be one of those days.
What we have got to do though is we've got to be smart in the game, and like it says, you know, this Chelsea game, you know, if we go there, you mentioned, you know, the atmosphere is probably going to be good from their fans. We're going to have loads there. It's going to be a bit of a cauldron. If we get the chance to kill the game and just take some of the sting out of it, we've got to do it. We can't be, you know, like against Chelsea in that game where we were, you know, giving away possession cheaply, where, you know, we were trying to go for the fair goal and stuff like that. We need to just take our time, get organised and take stock. Because if we give possession away to them, they have got players who will definitely punish it.
Yeah, those in form now.
In that game the other week we played them, that's what we actually did quite well. We did just clear our lines at times and get off the pitch. We didn't try and play out too often. We did give it away in stupid areas. We did just hoof it away. So just be smart in those key moments.
He might be. He done this the other week. We were talking about it me before the City game. Is that you've got to accept some teams are better than you. So you have to accept we have to defend this way. It's not all about playing out. And I think sometimes there is too much arrogance in this Everton side coming from the manager. We'll pass it in triangles and we'll do this. But you're right, in these kind of games, the ball's on the edge of your box. There's nothing wrong with leather in it. As far the least dangerous place on the pitch against good sides is their own corner flag. So turn them, get play. You know, that's what Leicester do brilliantly. And I know they've got Vardy who will spin and run the channels and things like that. But that's the way to break these teams' spirit, really break the momentum. You keep launching it to their corner flag, they've got to go and retrieve it. You can get set and you go again. There'll be a time when we can keep it and pass it, and other times we need to get our foot through it, because the worst thing you can do with a side like City is allow them to build momentum, because we got away with it a little bit the other week in the league. Will we do that twice on the run? You know, I think it was the first time in over a year they hadn't scored their own. So history tells you that it'll be remarkable if they play us twice on the run in a couple of weeks and don't score.
It's also a time when the so-called big players have to stand up, isn't it? You know, Barkley, Lukaku, Stones, if he plays, they've all got to stand up and prove that they are what we all want them to be or think they're going to be. And the time is now, you know what I mean? The time is now to do that.
And the senior players as well, Ped. You know, people like Cleverley has won league titles, Gareth Barry's won league titles, you know, those sorts of figures who've been there, done that, got to finals, won trophies. It's where you want to see them being smart in the game as well. Not, you know, there's been times this season when you look at them and you think, you know, you're shaking your responsibility here, you know, you're not doing things right, you're not dragging people into position, but in a game like this where just getting through the tyres, everything, they need to show up.
All the players, and like the Leighton Baines, you know, player who deserves to win something. Earn it then, you know, earn the chance to win something. That's the main thing, you know. This is what I always think of, you know, some teams, especially, you know, Liverpool. It's ingrained in them to go and win things, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter who the players are. They've just got that. It must just come from the fans.
I think it comes from the fans.
It must just come from the fans, and it's almost that belief and the confidence, and almost like the demand as well. The demand to get to win these games. And we need some of that, and it's almost chicken and egg. You have to win it to get it, and but something has to, and it has to come from the fans, but the players have got to show it. And if they're as good as the manager keeps on telling them is, and if he's as good as he wants us to believe, then they're going to have to go and win something like that.
The thing for me is that we said all along we wanted to be in the second leg. We wanted to go there in the game. You know, it's not like when we had Chelsea in 2008 and we were behind going into the second leg and we had to turn it round, you know, and they just held us at arm's length and slapped us about a little bit, slapped us a couple of times, didn't he, and beat us 1-0 at home. We're ahead in this. We only need a draw. So this is a one-off game. This is what we wanted. It's a one-off 90 minutes to play for a draw. You know, and if you get the opportunity, nick it. It's down to us. It's down to those players. We've bottled too many of these games in recent history, haven't we? Let's be honest. And you know, these are a good side. They're a top side. Don't get me wrong, but on our day, we are a good side. We've got good players, and it is about now standing up and being counted. It's about working as a team, defending as a team, breaking as a team, you know, and giving the fans something to be proud of.
Just getting through, isn't it? Just got to get through the tide. That's it. You know, it doesn't matter about, you know,
performance
well. It
doesn't
matter about
about
playing well. It doesn't matter about doing things the right way. It's just about getting through.
It's a one-off game as well now, isn't it? It's a one-off game.
All it is,
And going back to just saying there, you know, Roberto Martinez keeps on saying, or he keeps on alluding to the fact that we're so close from being this team. We're right there. It's just get over that and we're going to be great. You think, well, go prove it in this one game. You've got one game to prove it. You know, a lot of things can be forgiven if you get, you know, a lot of things will be forgiven if he was to win a cup for us this season. You know, a lot of people would turn around to all the doubters or anyone who wants from sack and go see. And even ourselves, you know, we started the season going, well, if we finish 13th and win a trophy, that'll do me. Yeah. So in a way, he will have done what we have asked him to do. But he's got to win the trophy. Yeah, so, you know, he's got to do that part of it. You know, for a lot of people, this is the only thing keeping him in a job at the moment from their point of view. So he's got to go and, you know, a team have got to turn up and by some miracle. I mean, how many times have we said, if that was us, we just wouldn't have done that. This is a night where we've got to become that team.
Don't want another hard luck story.
Exactly. I don't want to hear anything about, the ref never gave this, he didn't do that, and if he'd only done that, and we've heard all them before. This is a game where we've just got to win it or get through it somehow. You know, there's 3 possible outcomes. You can have 2 of them. You know, if you have 2 of them, we're through. You know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So
as Meatloaf said,
you know, so let's be positive and think about it that way. And
the thing about it is, you go into the game, and obviously there's the fear that they click. Yeah. And if they play at 100% and we play at 100%, the chances are they'll win.
Don't let them click.
Because that's no, but I'm just saying that's the reality. But it's also this isn't Chelsea in their heyday where they were a machine and you knew that all, you know, unless you were Liverpool and all the gods looked on your side, no team would beat them. These are very beatable. Yes, they're a wonderful side, but they're also beatable. We have got a really big chance here to...
They'll give you chances.
Give us the opportunities and we have got to take them. We've got to be clinical. I don't want to be sat here on Thursday going, if only Lukaku would have scored that chance, or how did Ross miss that, or why did Stones back pass it, or why did... Do you know what I mean? You want to be sat here going, we were perfect. Over that 90 minutes, we were perfect. We were phenomenal. You know, we kept the ball when we needed to. We defended when we needed to. How good was Joel? How good was Romy? Showed it. That's what we want to be saying.
It's a massive night for the keeper, isn't it? Like, if he puts in a performance here and makes himself undroppable now, then
he'll play against Carlisle.
He's made himself undroppable before, Matt.
But you know, you look at that should help us as well, because if you've got a defence there who knows they've got a goalkeeper behind them who's going to be coming in confidence, you can play an extra 10 yards off the pitch then, can't you? Help you get out a little bit more.
Hopefully.
Although saying that, Howard did have a good game the other week, but
because he had lots to do.
I just think it's the goalkeeper will make a big difference, of course he will, but it's everyone. There's no passengers. There can't be any passengers, I'm afraid. There can be. No one can walk around on that
No one can be treading water.
Everyone has got, and then the manager's going to be key then with his substitutions.
Well, it's not even substitutions. You know, it's, for me, we're playing a better side, and I always think to outfox, you've got to outfox a better team. You've got to out-tactics them before the game. A lot of the time, you've got to have a plan in place before the game. You know, even the Swansea games, I watched the Ashley Dingo got on BBC, and he was saying, well, we had this plan. It was just to shut them down. You know, that's what you have to do, don't you? You have to have a plan and stick to it and hope that all your players deliver. And that's why
we've always got a plan. But our plan is just possession. But
he has shown before, Martinez, and he does. Yeah. You know, Lukaku on the right wing against Arsenal. What a masterstroke that was.
Counter-attack.
We've not seen anything like that since. You know, he's doing the same thing week after week and it's not working. We were saying on the final word how you want to see something decisive and something different now, because what's going on at the moment isn't getting us anywhere.
Definitely.
I think with Cleverley wide left, Lennon wide right, and then McCarthy, Barry and Ross as a flat 3, with Ross obviously getting the licence to then break forward. Then McCarthy and Barry just stay. Just sit. Don't be going over the halfway line. Make sure we've got enough bodies so we're not undone.
That is the key area for me in the game, because if you look at them, they can be got on there. Torre's a wonderful player, but he does not want to get back.
Doesn't want the other
Fabian Del's a bit of a, you know, he chases the ball, he leaves space, he leaves him exposed. And if we can get our foothold in that position, stop De Bruyne, Silva getting the ball in those areas, then that's a good platform to go from.
Definitely.
We'll get through, we'll get beat 8-0. Fair enough. Right, tell us what you...
We'll get through.
No,
We're
what I'm saying, we'll either get through or we'll get battered. I just think it's one or the other. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you think we can get through? Will it go to pens? Will it be another sob story? Or
If not, the trades stop at 11:15. We're getting home. Win it in normal time.
Thinking about it, yeah, just win it in normal time.
3-0.
Nice
Win
little,
3-0.
yeah.
Liverpool went there with 4-1. We could do.
There you go.
They press high up the pitch, though.
Yeah, we don't. Tell us what you think in the comments. Can we do it? On Twitter as well, it is at Toffee TV 1. On Facebook, it is facebook.com/Toffee TV ESC. Don't forget to subscribe. Fingers crossed.
6,500.
Wembley, come on, do it.
Come on.
Do it for Matt's here if you're going to do it for anything.
I'll get a call.
See you later.